ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 with me on the Estancia Lapacho mod. And unusually, we're starting off the game at nearly 2 AM in the morning. Why have I brought you into the game at 2 AM in the morning instead of my usual sort of half 6, 7 AM when it's light enough for us to actually do some work? Well, I've been doing some contract work on them, obviously off camera. But then the weird thing happened. Almost at midnight in the game, we got the weed infestation that starts up here and spreads its way all down the map, every field, including my own. Many of which I was able to spray with the sprayer, so I fixed them. The one I can't fix is field 14, which if we run to field 14, I think where that actually is. It's over this way, isn't it? If you remember, field 14 is the field I've planted and sown with grass, ready to start doing some hay bales and stuff like that. And unfortunately, it's got weeds. But because the grass is ready to harvest, spraying does not kill the weeds, so I can't get rid of them. So, bit annoyed that the game doesn't allow you to kill weeds on grass. But one of the interesting things I noticed, in the contract system, there are contracts to kill weeds, which have been popping up. The farmers actually now want you to help them with their weed problem. The only problem is they want you to do it using a mechanical weeder, which I do not have. I could of course lease one and do all the weeding jobs, some of which I have done, but I thought, I've got a sprayer, I can use the sprayer to kill weeds, and you can't. You can, when they offer you a weeding contract, it can only be done using an actual weeder. You can't do it using your sprayer and herbicide. It just gives you that whole "you do not have permission to work this land" message all the time. So, yeah, bit of a pain in the bum that, really. But I'm going to get on to the daytime bit. I just wanted to start the video off by showing you that. Look, the weeds. And they've worked their way down here at the moment, and they'll continue to go all the way down until all the fields have been done. The ones at the top we have cracked on and done quite a few of those. Like I say, I've managed to do mine. I think if I turn off the fertilisation, yeah, all my fields are weed free apart from the grass one. And to harvest the grass one tomorrow, I will need to do I will have to lease a mower, I think. Anyway, let's go get to the daytime, because I don't like working at night. I can't see anything. It's 2 AM. I need to sleep for... we'll sleep for 5 hours. Really is nice and light out. Right, here we are. Right, let's have a look then. Growth. My field. Really grown in. Is my fear. I was waiting to do some a quick nip round and see what I've actually got going on. There's my Fent, my Fiat, there's my harvester, there's my Valtra that I got to replace the case. And that is all the equipment I've got at the minute. Right, okay. We'll take this for a quick drive. I need to go and have a look at a couple of my fields. Because I did seed 4 and 5, but they don't appear to have grown. The weeds may have had an impact on that. Because obviously I wanted to get them fertilised to 2 stages. But it's not looking like they have grown. Looks like he's planting some... What's he planting? Sugar beet. And Matey obviously on field 3 has got potatoes. So I'm not interested in buying either of those fields until they have harvested. One thing I am going to be doing in game, and I do kind of stress this a bit, is that I'm not going to be doing field flipping. There's so many people, so many YouTube series that I've been kind of watching, streamers and that, and all they seem to be doing is exploiting an aspect of the game to make money. They're not actually making money from farming and harvesting and stuff, and, doing work like I've been doing. They're just basically exploiting a system in the game where they can buy a field just as it's ready to harvest. Basically harvest the crop, sell it, and then sell the field back to the farmer, basically stealing his crops. So they're getting a harvest without having to do any of the work. They're not having to do the ploughing, the cultivating, the liming, the fertilising, the seeding, the weeding. They're just basically sneaking in at the last minute, harvesting the crop, selling it for profit, and then selling the field back. And that, to me, that's an exploit. It's an exploit in the game, and it's not something I recommend doing, and it's something that I personally won't do in my playthrough. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That was bad. Oh, stupid game. Bucket's the wrong way now. I wanted to detach the spreader because obviously one of the things I'm going to need to do disco breakdancing bucket is switch to my Fiat because it's got the skinny wheels. Got skinny wheels for fertilising, but it doesn't damage the crops because the crops have grown a little bit on that on fields 2 and 3 or 4 and 5. But yeah, back to the whole field flipping thing. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's cheating. It's no different from someone going into the save game files and editing in a bunch of money and vehicles and stuff like that. You play the game, put the graft in, work to get your achievements, don't cheat. I mean, personally, I think the way the game should have implemented the field system is that when you buy a field, the field should be reset. It doesn't matter what stage it's at in the game, whether it's been sown, it's ready to harvest, or whatever. The second you buy a field, it should go to the stage where it needs to be ploughed, it needs to be lined, it needs to be cultivated, it needs to be seeded, it needs to be weeded, etc. When you buy a field, it should reset the field right back to stage 1, and that's how it should be. And then there won't be the field flipping mechanic and cheating that I see in so many videos on YouTube from so many supposedly big established farm sim players whose channels are solely about the game, and they've played every variation of the game, yet they're playing the game using exploits, and basically cheating the system, and I think that's wrong. You know, I'm not a farm sim expert, I'm not a farm sim player, my channel's never been about farm sim until, you know, I started playing this game, and I'm just happy to be working. I'm enjoying playing the game. I'm not looking to complete it in a week, or, you know, a month, or whatever. You know, I'm quite happy playing this. I find it to be a very relaxing, de-stressful experience playing this game. I can sit on this game for hours and just chill out and relax, and I enjoy that, and I'm not looking to change that in any way, shape or form by, you know, exploiting mechanics in the game. And I know some people will get upset at that. They'll be like, oh, you know, Giants put it in the game. If they didn't want us to do it, they should have took it out. Well, no. Because there's so many things in this game that Giants should have took out or should have fixed prior to release, and they've not done. I don't know why I folded that. Maybe to give myself a bit of room. Hopefully, this is fertilising field to second stage. I don't know if we're already at second stage. Probably should have checked, really. Growth's not at the stage. Because like half my field seems to have grown, and then when the weeds popped up, it kind of messed up the field. Because I was basically sat ready, waiting for the crop to appear, to then go and fertilise it all. Oh no! Oh, I've done crop destruction. That was bad. Because that's in its final growing stage, so... See, the field was growing in nicely, and then the weeds popped up, and it kind of set that back. So that's like only at its like second growth stage, which is a bit annoying, really. Right, so we have got it fertilised to 2 stages, but unfortunately, I've gone and wrecked 2 lanes of crop on that field because the tyres on the fertiliser are not crop friendly, which is one of the reasons why I perhaps really need to invest in a sprayer. It won't be a problem so much if this mod was working properly, because I could unload this, go get myself a nice and then fill this with lime. But I'm kind of and then I can use the fertiliser in me seeder. But because this mod is unfortunately not working properly and I can't unload it, if I was to get rid of this, I need to use the fertiliser up before I can refill it with lime and dedicate it as my lime machine, and then I can get a sprayer. So unfortunately I've got to do a lot of fertilising. One of the reasons why I hope there's going to be a lot of fertilising jobs, contracts, and then I can use it. Right, I'm procrastinating a bit. I haven't really done much. I need a mower, don't I? I need some mowers. We don't really have a lot of mowers. Lease. Right, we'll go and fetch them. And we'll drop the bucket off. This doesn't have skinny wheels, this tractor. So this is a bit of a shame. I probably need to... I'm going to need to invest in a bigger tractor with skinny wheels, so I'm not crop destroying when I'm doing work like fertilising, weeding. Because it does make it a bit difficult to do some of these jobs, because I was like ready and primed with this. I've got this tractor hooked up to the fertiliser machine, and then it was like the crop suddenly sprang up and the weeds like sprang up, and I was like, now I've got a problem, because now I can't drive over the field with it, so I had to go and swap it for the Fiat. And I was like having to juggle machines on the edge of the field. Then I went and got the I did a couple of weeding tasks using the actual weeder, and it does seem to work in the first stage when crops are things. So whether that's been fixed a little bit in their last patch, where, you know, weeds when they first pop up on a field couldn't be the weeder wouldn't touch them. That does now seem to be working correctly. It's just annoying that in the contract system, if you have a sprayer with herbicide in it, you can't use that as an alternative to weeding, because I would have absolutely smashed out a load of those weeding contracts off camera and made quite a bit of money. But unfortunately I couldn't use I leased a sprayer for my own fields, and I was going to use that on the, you know, the contracts, but you have to use a mechanical weeder for the contract jobs, and that's just, it's a bit of a handcuff. Because like with fertilising jobs, you can use any form of fertiliser, solid, liquid, slurry, manure. They don't impose restrictions on fertilising, do they? Right. I thought you could hook these up. I know in the past you could hook these up together. Let me just put that on for a minute. So we're going to do this. I didn't get a windrower. Didn't invest in a windrower. I have to go back and get some of them weeds that I've missed. But I could just bomb up and down here, do some mowing. Not a problem today. Spend a day doing some mowing. Nice chill out, relax. Bit of an overlap going on. We want to get get the weeds out of the field as best we can. I then also realise I don't think I have any way of collecting this. Nor do I have anywhere to store it. I don't have any animals yet. I don't like have a cow pen where I can go and shovel all this stuff and dump it all, or a sheep pen or whatever. So it's like, what am I gonna do? with all this grass. My first grass harvest. Getting grass everywhere. I suppose I could do a... the thing is, if I at least a windrower, I don't think... See, what I should have done, I should have put both the mower units on the front of the tractor and a windrower behind me, and then I could have just gone and got like a baler and quickly zoomed up and down and made a few bales. And for the time being, I could have took those and sold at the... You know what, I'm going to cut all this while I'm here. Save me a bit of time, because I'm going to keep catching it anyway, aren't I? I might as well mow this myself. So yeah, I'm guessing I think I will need to go and do, well, may kind of work hard for myself now, because I've got a windrow and then I've got a bale. Which means I'm going to have to nip to the shop, lease a windrower, and then go get myself a baler. And then I'm going to need a bale trailer to transport it. Suddenly this has become probably more costly. This isn't a profitable job, I don't think, me mowing and doing grass. I could be wrong. I don't know how much the game pays you for grass. I ain't got to take it too far because the barn's only just down the road there. I could skip the baling altogether, I suppose. That's one thing I could do. I could skip on baling and just get a forage, a loading trailer, and just bomb up and down here with a loading trailer after I've windrowed. That'd be another way of doing it. And then I can just take that and dump it, sell it loose. And the barn. Right, so this is all going to be harvested. The weeds are going to be gone, which is nice. But obviously we're going to have to keep our eye on that going forward, because it's a bit bad if you have if the weeds grow when the grass is, like I say, at harvest point, because then your grass yield gets obviously hit and you can't do anything about it. You should be able to, I think you should be able to weed from grass. You should be able to remove weeds from grass at any stage, because the weeds are going to be bigger than, it's not like crops, you know, where crops grow and you're not actually going to be able to get into the weeds because the crops are going to be too big, you know, and you're going to damage the crops by using equipment on the field. The weeds are always going to be bigger than the grass, so pulling the weeds out shouldn't affect the grass growth or the grass state. That would be my take. So yeah, I mean, I'm not buying mowers and windrowers and having them just sitting around, you know, on my fields gathering dust and what have you. At this stage in the career mode, it's better for me to just lease equipment like this as and when I need it. It's cheap, a lot cheaper. Keeps my overheads down. I ain't got to worry about the maintenance of the equipment either. I wish the mowers would remove some of them stupid bushes as well. You know, the little bushes. I wish you'd shoot them up and get them out of the way. I don't want to have to use the plough to remove... If you use the plough to remove the bushes, then you can't, unfortunately, grow grass on the land. Not the plough. Yeah, if you use the plough to remove the bushes and then use the roller, the in-game roller, to... get rid of the to restore the land back to its default state. It doesn't put the grass back. It just puts the default map texture down, which is a bit lame. Trying to think how best to do this. I suppose I could. I don't know. Can I attach a windrow? I'm just thinking now. I'm trying to think. Because I don't really want to have to make, you know, 30 trips to the store. Can I get... Can I get a windrower? Could I transport it on the front of the tractor? I know I can't operate it on the front of the tractor. Can I transport it on the front of the tractor? I guess there's only one way to find out. Right, I will go and drop these off somewhere. Might use my little vehicle hanger. Brought that there and there. Right, I need to go to the store. I'm going to need a windrower and a loading wagon. That's going to be the easiest way to get rid of the grass. I've got nowhere to store it at the moment. I can't store it in the silo. I probably ought to consider getting a hayloft or something ready on my farm somewhere, so when I do start doing so I can start getting hay and straw and stuff stockpiled a bit. Because I'm not even really doing straw at the minute, am I? Again, because I haven't got an immediate need for it and I've got nowhere to store it. I haven't been doing straw. Again, another good reason to have the loading wagon, really. Because then I could pick it up, but then I've got to have somewhere to put it. If I've got nowhere to put it, unfortunately, for me, kind of rules me out a bit. I haven't got to wait on the front of the tractor, have I? No. Good. Right. I want a windrower. Ah. Merge max. I think will do. Wagon. That's probably not very cost effective, if I think about it. Please let me pick that up on the front of my tractor. Oh, this is a disaster. This isn't gonna work. Let me quickly run this down to the field. At least they've got the sense of mind, the presence of mind to drive round my abandoned windrower. Nice little bit of kit, this though, this little machine. Hopefully it's got enough. Ooh, see inside it. Should have enough capacity for what I need. I mean, 20-odd thousand litres. I don't think I'll have got that off my field. We'll park him over here, out of the way a bit. Let's go fetch that windrower. One of the good things about starting the game, I mean, God, it's 9:45 already. Look, in the morning, we've spent 3 hours in game, and all we've done so far is cut a bit of grass. Don't think there's anything else to do. No, everything's growing at this point. All my other fields are growing, so yeah, the grass is the only thing I've got available to me, apart from a lot of contract work. I could get the chainsaw out after I've done this and set about attacking some trees. I did threaten that in one of the previous videos, didn't I, when I bought it, and I've never used it since. I've never used it yet. But I will. It was just annoying to find out that a couple of the trees that I really wanted to chop down in the game I can't. They're like part of the map. They're like fixed. You can't chop them down, and it's annoying because they're the ones I really wanted to remove. The ones over there, like there's like a little strip of trees, isn't there, in my field, that running down the middle, separating my yard. I wanted to chop them down, but unfortunately the game doesn't let you. You can chop the branches off the sides of the tree, you just can't chop the tree down. You need to unfold the windrower. Need to lower the windrower. I do believe this is how it works. You just drive then. And it puts all the grass into one nice, neat, easy to pick up row. If I don't miss bits, which is what I've been doing. Driving like a brat. Gentle turns, don't go mental, because obviously the windrower, your loading wagon needs to be able to make these turns, and if it can't make the turns, then you're going to end up missing lots of stuff. Right. I might just pause the video recording at this point and bring you back in a moment or two when I'm ready to start collecting it. Okay, so the field is windrowed. Down. Now I can just drive around and hopefully pick up some of this grass. See how much we've actually got. It might be surprising actually, I might have got quite a decent amount. This is filling up pretty quick. Might be that I actually needed a bigger wagon. I've actually got more grass off this than I thought. Grass from over here. Might have to go and empty this a couple of times actually. Would be well, it wouldn't be too much of a difficulty because, as I say, the barn's not that far away. Obviously means I'll have to do more. Takes longer to do the fun bit, which is count the profit. What's this? This trailer holds what? 21,000 litres? Not going to be big enough. I don't have any silos or anything, so it's not like I can start dumping it for silage. I believe we are full. So we will go and sell that quickly. See how much profit we get for our little collection of grass. Probably not a great deal, I shouldn't imagine. I doubt I'll even make enough from this whole field to cover what we've spent in leasing. But unfortunately, I just wasn't in a position where I'd got equipment in place and stuff. Like I say, I've got nowhere to store this. Kind of a little bit ahead of myself. $20,381. One trailer load. That's not that bad. That was pretty much, what, 3 lanes on my field? Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. 10, I've got 10 lanes left, still to harvest. Could be another 3 trailer loads here. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? That'd give me another, what, nearly 9,000? In terms of cash? Few bits here and there that I'm probably going to miss, but too much about that. Definitely remember for next time, buy a bigger wagon. Get a bigger trailer. Odd bits and bobs. I might as well run around quickly and pick up a few of these. Just I'm trying to sort out the end of the field a bit. 1,000. So another full trailer load. Another 3 grand. That'll be 6. Some of this stuff picked up. Go along here, pick up all this rubbish. Ain't that I've missed some more. There's a big pile. Don't have access to this land, not a problem. Need to turn around, mate. I'm not trying to steal your crops. I'm not. Not in my wheelhouse. Grass is already starting to grow back, look. Gonna have a few trailer loads, I think, before we're done. Be nice to make a few quid though out of the grass, wouldn't it, at this stage? Rather than having it go to waste because we don't have any use for it. I might as well sell it and make a bit of money. Down to a fine art driving in here. Another 3,000 please. Would be very nice. $1,397. I'll take it. If I can get another 2, possibly 3 harvests out of it, trailer loads, we probably broke even. But we've had to spend leasing. And put the wagon on. Jump over here and pick up these straggly bits. Remember to jump over here and finish off this row, don't forget. Won't be unusual for me to have did it so many times in FS17 where I'd be like doing a job like this and I'd forget where I had left off. It round and this row, I can get a line to it properly. There we go. Doing a good job of picking up. Bit slow. I think it's got just a little bit of a tolerance on the collector. a load here that I forgot to windrow by the looks of it. Try and pick that up now. Carry on doing our regular harvest. You're not going to be able to pick that up too close, not doing donuts around it. Right, we finish this row off. $17,000. Am I going to get? Probably be a full load by the time I've done this row. Easily. Won't even get to the end of this row before we're full again. Yeah, definitely needed a bigger loading wagon. Gee. I might have to invest in one of these just so I can start doing straw and stuff actually on my fields. But then I need a hayloft. I've got somewhere to store it. Holding its price though, we're not losing money. It's still $3,397 per trailer, which is great news. The price hasn't started to fall. Get this bit now. The rest of this row. Bomb all the way down to the end. Four lanes to go. Windrow right in the middle of that collector. Might be in 2 trailer loads, because this will be pretty full. One and a bit trailer loads left to go then on this field. If the price stays the same, that'll put us just over 250,000. That'll put us over 250,000 in credit, in cash. Which will have made this not too bad an experience. It's like, I would sooner. Props are obviously going to make me more money. Still 3,397. So the price of grass doesn't actually seem to go down like other crops. That's interesting. Maybe I'm the only person that farms and grass. Perhaps I'm the only person. Maybe none of the other farmers do grass or bales and stuff. Well, they do bales because they give you baling contracts, but maybe I'm the only person selling it like loose. Yes. Right, that's us done. Let's go tip this for the final payment. The field looking. Fertiliser on it, I think. Job for the Fiat when we get back. Use up some of our fertiliser so we can get it ready and filled up with lime. So in grand total, how much money have we just made? We've spent 10,400 on leasing. Made 15,074 from... We made just over 4 grand profit based on the fact that we had to lease the mowers and the equipment and everything. So in that case, let's return those. I'm not going to bother driving them back to the store myself on this occasion. I'm not going to go use our new power washer. I did buy a power washer, didn't I? I'm not going senile. I thought we bought one in the last episode. I will have to check. Now, entrance. We made a little bit of profit from the grass, 4 grand once we take out the leasing costs, which is 4 grand at the end of the day for a morning's work. Yes, I did buy a power washer. It's over here, look. Cleaned the tractor for the first time. First time using. Come on, get clean. It's a wireless power washer, you may have noticed. Completely wireless. You know, technology is amazing these days, what they can do with all this stuff. There we go. Ultra N174. Bish bash bosh. Ready for his next job. That may be. What will be our next job? Everything's growing. Everything is weeds, apparently. Oh, a minute. Right. Fiat. You, sir, can go fertilise the grass that we've just cut, ready for its next growth. Use up some of our fertiliser. Fertiliser! Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Plant it here, fertilise all this lot. Not that I don't think this actually counts. Obviously, it's not really classed as a field. I will do it anyway. And I'll just down here. Yeah, that's it. Now it's changing colour. You can see now. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's being fertilised to stage 2. Why do we don't have too much in the way of weeds? Probably a bit there looking at it. It could be weeds. And then we'll put this in here. Not worried about overlap because I've got plenty of this stuff to use up. Yeah, there's a big patch of weeds, look. Maybe worth investing in a mechanical weeder just for staying on top of weeds when it comes to grass, but Oh, the herbicide. I'll be using my spray. With sprayer. Or if I find the weeds seem to be too inconsistent with the fact that they only seem to grow at night time in game, which I'm going to be skipping mostly anyway, I might just turn weeds off. Because otherwise they're going to grow as I'm advancing to night anyway, and then they're going to be at a stage where I can't do anything with them. So, point having them switched on. Yeah, handicap. Especially with the, like I say, with the weeding contract jobs not being great anyway, because they don't let you use a sprayer. Good. 100% yield bonus. Time we come to harvest our grass. Providing weeds don't take over, of course. Hold him up. Take him a parking back. We've got 10,000 litres of fertiliser on board. It up very quick, are we? It's the only downside to this bit of equipment. Or a good thing, really. It doesn't use up too much stuff. Right, well, I think I'm going to pause the video here and call this an end to this episode. Hopefully it's short and sweet, with a bit of grass mowing and collecting and selling and a quick bit of fertilising. When I come back, we'll be carrying on from this time point, and I will probably have a quick run around with the chainsaw and have a bit of a play. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and are enjoying the series so far. Please remember to leave your likes on the video, and don't forget to feel free to leave any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback, etc. in the section below. And if you've not already done so, please remember to smash that subscribe button. Goodbye for now.